Welcome to my channel. I'm really, really happy that you're here. And today I'm gonna teach you or tell you some tricks and tips that I have learned on my journey in this spiritual awakening and manifestation that have made it so that I have easily and effortlessly manifested. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a little message from source, but I also want you to remember that if this resonates with you, you can take it. If it doesn't, leave it. I also want you to remember to find what works for you, not what works for me, not what works for Joe Schmo down the road, what works for you. These are just tips that you can use because I want you to live your best life like you're intended to live. So the first thing I want you to do is write your intentions of your desired reality down. I want you to write it and feel it as if it's already happened. Write how you would be, how you would act. What would you let go of if your prayers were answered? Because anytime you ask for a prayer, ask for something, the answer is always yes to that or something better. It's always yes. So write it down. Be real clear on what you want. Be very clear. Take some time to sit with it before you write it if you're not quite sure. Or do small things. What is something small you first want to manifest? Work on something small and work your way up. And then, as soon as you do that, let it go. Let it go. Stop trying to go back to it. Stop trying to fix it. Stop trying to figure it out. Let it go. And then every moment of the day, every present moment, find inspired action. And what is inspired action? Inspired action is literally finding in that moment what brings you joy. It's not trying to figure it out. It's not trying to fix it. It's not trying to worry about it. It is finding what brings you excitement and joy in that moment. It could be going to clean your closet. If it is keeping you high vibing, if it is bringing you fulfillment and joy, then do that. Because then you're in the present moment. And then you're getting the downloads and the energies from the divine, from your super conscious mind. You're getting the next feeling good thing that is leading you to your desired reality to come in fruition. It's you literally using your imagination. It's literally what is within you that will reflect outwards. Your simulation is you, and it is all you. You are so powerful that everything in your reality is there to serve you. You are so powerful. You have no understanding of this. And I know that to our humanness, it's really hard to understand, but you are so powerful. You are so limitless. So write it all down, then let it go, and then find in every present moment what excites and ignites you, feeling high vibrating bliss and gratitude in every moment. Because then you're a magnet attracting so many good things into your reality. You're not propelling them outwards. You're not letting it bounce off you, going back into ether, because you're staying high vibrating. So literally stop trying to figure it out. That's really the simplest thing. I tell you, when I have learned to let it go, I have started to easily and effortlessly manifest. So do that, number one. Number two, like I was just saying, stop trying to learn how to manifest. You came here to Earth as a master manifestor already. Your job here to come here was to raise the consciousness of this planet. And one of the skills you had when you came here was to be a manifestor, and your purpose was to be a conscious co-creator with the universe. You just forgot who you were. So you started to manifest unconsciously. The things in your reality were manifested from your shadows. Everything outside of you at this point is your shadows that you have had through your traumas. This is why I'm saying do what's best for you. You can take some of the things I'm saying, but only you will know what you went through. Only you know the healing that you have done and the healing that you might need to still work on. So really find what is good for you, but really letting it go. Living in gratitude and bliss in every moment. You came here to earth to live your best life. You are now conscious of this, and now you can consciously create by living in the present moment, finding whatever brings you joy. If it's baking a cake, go bake a cake, okay? And then you need to let everything outside of you that has already been created by you, let it be what it is. You remind yourself it is temporary. You do not react to it. Reminding yourself that you are energy. Everything is energy. So what you focus on, what you pay attention to, your energy dispenses to it and expands it. So if you're focusing on problems, on doubt, on worry, then you're expanding that. And then you are recreating it into your reality over and over and over again. This is why you set your intentions and you let it go. Because when you're trying to figure it out and you're trying to fix it, then you are going to create problems to fix. And this was my biggest challenge from being somebody that has been so used to, as a mother, as somebody that has went through a lot of trauma, letting go of trying to figure it out. Because we are so used to having to figure it out, but it really does get to be easy. You do not have to figure it out anymore. The promise from the divine before you came to this earth was they would guide you. They would be with you at all times. You're never alone. You're always protected. You are so loved. And literally, you shining your light bright is all you need to do. Consciously create with the universe. So just reminding yourself of that. If you need to make notes of this where you can see it first thing when you wake up, is my suggestion. You can put them everywhere so you can see it wherever you go. I am the creator of my simulation. What I focus on, I expand. So today I choose to focus on love, peace, joy, bliss, and abundance. I am the co-creator of this reality, and I choose to create peace, love, joy, and bliss. Write that everywhere. I am proud of myself. I have done a great job. I have come so far. I'm not the same person I am once was, because you are not. If you are here, you are not. If you resonate at this frequency, you are not the same person, and you do not have to keep going back to the same things in the same way. You are limitless. Now that you have let it all go, now that you are going to stop trying to figure it out and fix it, because living in the figuring it out and fixing it, that is also keeping yourself in the state of lack, because what you're telling the universe is, I do not have my prayers. I do not have them. So I need to figure it out and fix it. So you're going to create lack. You're going to create those problems to fix. You're telling the universe, I don't have it. So the universe is going to keep, oh, this person wants more problems to fix. Oh, this person still needs clarity. Let me keep giving them things to clarity instead of just owning that your prayers have been answered, because they have been. The answer is yes, always yes. And your desired reality is created already. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to do. It is your simulation that you get to create in. It is like looking at it as a video game. And if you have to remind yourself by putting little notes everywhere, then do this. Okay? And then you should sit with yourself every single day in stillness, in silence, not taking on what other people's energies are telling you, what other people's stories are telling you, what other people's beliefs are. Sit with yourself and say to your highest self, what do I need to know right now? What am I still hanging on to that I'm still recreating in my reality? What do I have to look at right this moment to face and let go of so that I can continue to live in the abundant timeline that is divinely mine by birthright? Because it is. Face it, feel it, let it go. The more you face it, the more you feel it, the more you let it go, and the more you get to live in your abundant, blissful timeline. Because then it won't keep recreating, you won't be holding on to it still. Find things that will help you to allow you to let that go. And that can be writing it down, that could be taking walks, meditation, breath work, but really consciously making that choice to change something small in your life by pouring into yourself. When you're seeking without, remember you are creating the lack mindset. You're creating the I gotta figure it out, I gotta fix it, I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where, and it's just gonna keep recreating. You need to take your energy back. You need to call it back to you, because when you're seeking without, you're dispensing your energy to these situations, and it is important, now that you know that you're an energetic being, to really look at your energy as your your currency, because it really is. When you're paying attention to something, your energy is dispensing to it. This doesn't mean to that you can't do anything that is seeking without, just as long as it's not trying to seek out answers. Okay, if it's to go to enjoy something, then okay. If it's keeping you in high vibration, then do it. But also come back to those stillness. Make time to pour into yourself by going within, taking time to meditate, do some yoga, really love yourself. Love yourself unconditionally, so much so that you are pouring into yourself. You're calling your power back to you, you're calling your magic back to you. From every person, place, or thing, time, space, dimension. You are an energetic being, and your energy is flowing to whatever you're doing in the present moment. If it's not pouring into yourself, then it's pouring into somebody else. And that doesn't mean you can't pour into other people, but it also means you need to pour into yourself. So take those times, really sit with it, let it go. I'm telling you, the more I have done this for myself, the more I'm like, wow, I've been manifesting so easily and effortlessly this whole time. I just was manifesting the same problems, the same lack mindset, the same figuring it out and fixing it, because I would keep getting myself, oh, this person's talking about manifesting, and look it, I'm grateful that you're here, but I also want you to have the best life that you can have. So I'm going to try to get straight to the point, give you the tips and tricks that have worked for me to literally live in the most blissful, joyous, freeing life I could live. It really does get to be easy. So just remind yourself you cannot mess it up. To continue to do any healing that you need to do, implement small changes. Make small changes to the things that you're constantly doing that are in your comfort zone. So if you wake up in the morning, start with writing down some gratitude affirmations. Gratitude can not only lower your anxiety, your worry, and doubt, this is science, but it changes your DNA. It repairs your DNA. These are scientific facts. It also can create new neural pathways in your brain, and the new neural pathways is what is going to create a whole new version of yourself. It's going to let go of the stories that you've told yourself, the beliefs you've told yourself, and allow you to tell your new story of who you are, who you want to be. You are not your thoughts. You are not who you thought you were. You are not who you think you're supposed to be. Your purpose on this earth is to be a co-creator, consciously creating and letting your light shine bright by finding what excites and ignites you, what really makes you happy. And it can really be the small things. It could be mopping your floor. If it brings you joy and bliss and it feels good to be in a clean home, mop your floor. Okay? Mop your floor. So just make those small changes, because those small changes ripple out to bigger and bigger and bigger. Perhaps add some yoga. Yoga is so good at releasing the trauma, the old stories, the old beliefs that your body is hanging on to, because we all have created a pain body through our traumas, through our beliefs, through our worries and our fears. And when you're exercising it, when you're doing yoga, when you're getting that out, you're releasing it. But during these moments of time, I want you to know that sometimes emotions will arise, but that's okay. Look at it in the perspective like, wow, okay, I get to look at this, I get to feel it, but then I get to let it go. So it stops coming back up. So I can stop manifesting from that shadow. So I can start to feel blissful and joyful. Yoga has changed my life, and it also has added a new way of me being. You don't have to keep being the same you, because you're not the same you that you once were. So really take those steps. In the morning, wake up, do your journaling, write those gratitude affirmations. It really sets the tone for the day for you to live in bliss and joy. It really, really does. Now, like I said, do what works for you. Make the little notes everywhere, reminding yourself that you are the creator of your simulation. What you focus on is what is going to expand. These things have really helped me. And then, last but not least, before you go to bed at night, call your energy back to you from the day. Take some time to sit in stillness again with yourself, reminding yourself how proud of yourself you are, how amazing you are, how needed you are, how beautiful you are, how strong you are. And then set the intentions that your dreams will be aligned with who you desire to be. They will be great, they will be amazing, they will be good. And then set the intention that the next day is going to be amazing. It's going to be successful, it's going to be blissful, it's going to be abundant, and this really is going to start changing your entire mood, your entire way of thinking, your entire way of being. It's going to allow you to really consciously notice that you are a master manifester right now. And all you have to do is stop trying to figure it out. The source is telling you, you get to live blissfully now. You just have to stop trying to figure it out and fix it. Unless you want to create those things over and over. It's all up to you. Only you can save you. You are the powerful one. You know that God is within. So there's no one coming to save you but you. And when you know that you don't need to be saved, you literally can live in the most blissful life that you can imagine. It really does get to be easy. Make these small changes and set the intention to let it go, and remind yourself that your prayers are answered, and the answer is yes. It is yes, and it is always yes. Shine your light bright by finding anything and everything that brings you joy and happiness. If your humanness is still trying to hold you back, or your ego is trying to hold you back, telling you have to fix it or figure it out, come back to the present moment. Remind yourself to be in the present moment, then find something to be grateful for in that present moment. It really gets to be easy now. Take these tips if you want to, don't if you don't want to, but truly, if you continue to seek without, then you are living in a state of lack, and you will create those problems over and over again. It's all up to you. It's all up to you to believe and have trust in it. If you have trust in God, then you must have trust in